Since I made that video about orange Power Rangers, I've gotten a lot of questions about other Ranger colors in general, and so this video is going to go over every Ranger color ever. I'll start off with red. Red is one of the most common Ranger colors, as literally every team has had a Red Ranger, and it's also one of the only colors with a distinct role, as almost every Red Ranger has been a team leader. Blue is equally as common as red. Every Power Rangers team that we've seen has had a Blue Ranger on it. Yellow used to also be tied for first, but is now the second most common, as the recent series Dino Charge and Dino Fury have not had Yellow Rangers. Ranger teams that only have 3 Rangers as their core roster have always had red, blue, and yellow, but most Ranger teams nowadays have 5, and those extra 2 slots are made up by the next colors. Black Rangers are very common on these 5 roster teams. And Green Rangers are equally as common. Of course, the first Green Ranger was not part of a core team and was added on later, but since then, Green Rangers have been members of a core roster. And finally, in this common category is Pink. Pink Rangers don't really have an official role, but every single Pink Ranger, except for a single one-off Ranger from the comics, has been female, so their role is kind of usually just girl. Next up, in kind of a category of their own, are White Rangers. These guys are usually 6th Rangers added later, but there have been a couple teams over the years that have had White Rangers on their core squads. So those are the colors that make up core Ranger teams. Red, blue, yellow, black, green, pink, and white, but there are other colors that are always added to extra Rangers who join the team later. The most common of these are Gold Rangers, as gold is the classic extra Ranger color, and they are usually stronger than the other Rangers in their teams. And then there are also Silver Rangers, though sometimes these guys go by different names, like the Mercury Ranger or the Titanium Ranger. Regardless, they're all silver. And the final color to have multiple Rangers associated with it is purple. While this picture shows 5, there are really only 2 canon Purple Rangers who are main members of their team, 3 if you count the comic books. So those are the most common colors for Rangers added later, gold, silver, and purple. But there are also several Rangers that have unique colors, so let's run through those really quick. Power Rangers SPD has the Shadow Ranger, who's kind of a metallic cobalt blue, but since his morpher might work differently, he's probably just another Blue Ranger. Dino Charge is where things start to get weird, though. They have an Aqua Ranger, despite the fact that they already have a Blue Ranger. And they have a Graphite Ranger. Yes, they call his color Graphite, despite the fact that they already have a Silver Ranger. And there's also the Dino Charge Dark Ranger. Now, dark isn't really a color, but again, Dino Charge already has a Blue Ranger, so I'm not sure what's up with this guy. By Power Rangers lore, no 2 morphers of the same type can use the same color, so technically that means that Aqua and Graphite, or Gray, are different Ranger colors. It's kinda weird. And finally, Orange doesn't really exist. You can see my last Power Rangers video if you want to learn more on that, and that's all the Ranger colors.